In this video, we're gonna fix overheating issues on your Nintendo Switch, and we're gonna do it right now. What's up guys, Luke back again, and today we're going to be repairing the fan on the Nintendo Switch. The fan on the Switch we're using as an example is completely shot. It barely spins when you manually flick it, and it doesn't spin at all on its own. So today we're gonna be going over the step-by-step process of getting this thing going again. But before we do me a favor and smash like as well as subscribe so you can catch us whenever we release a new video. But with that being said, let's fix your
So the first thing you want to do is make sure you take out all the games, any headphones that are plugged in, SD cards, and make sure you power down the Nintendo Switch before starting. Then remove the 6 Phillips 00 screws, 2 on top, 1 on bottom, 1 underneath the kickstand flap, and 2 on the side rails. Now on the side rails, there's a lot of Phillips screws. You're only going to want to do the middle ones on each side. Now you're going to lift the plastic plate off the backside. It should be completely free, and if it offers any resistance, just kind of wiggle it a little bit, but just double check and make sure you have all of the screws removed before you attempt to pull this back plate off. Before you go any further, you now have exposed the fan. So I encourage you to start a graphically intense game for 5 to 10 minutes and see if the fan kicks on at all. If the fan does kick on, more than likely it's not a fan issue. It may be a dust buildup issue over where your heatsink is, or possibly a issue with your thermal paste that is connecting the heatsink to your main CPU chip. Once you've confirmed that the fan does or doesn't work, we're going to begin taking the RF shield off / heatsink. And the way that we're going to do that is remove the 7 Phillips 00 screws on the back, as you see on the screen now. Once we've removed the RF shield, then we need to take the SD card slot ribbon connector off the Switch motherboard. The way that you do that is just pull straight up and it should come right off. Then we can just remove our RF shield. Once we have that RF shield off, then we can access some of the parts on the motherboard. And the first thing that we're going to remove is the heatsink. It has 3 regular Phillips 00 screws holding it in. Remove those and then pull the heatsink off. Then we're going to remove any dust carefully with tweezers and canned air or an air compressor, whatever you have readily available. Once that's done, we're going to remove the 2 exposed screws holding the fan down. Remove the fan ribbon cable, as you see here. In order to get to that 3rd screw that holds down the fan, we need to remove the cartridge slot connector. That has 2 ribbon connectors and 3 screws. Be very careful when you're doing this. Take your time and use the right tools, and you should be just fine. Once all those are out, then you can remove the cartridge slot PCB. Then you can remove the 3rd fan screw and pull the fan out. Then you're going to take your brand new fan, insert it in with the 3 screws and the ribbon connector reconnected. And I will put a link to the fan that I use in the description below. At this point, we could just put our heatsink back in with that caked on old thermal paste and probably get away with it, but come on, you already know this is 8-Bit Plus. We do a good and thorough job, and I expect the same out of you, viewer, that you would do a good and thorough job, whether you're working on someone else's stuff or your own. Take your time, do a great job, and you're going to love the results, and it's going to be a lasting result. So we're going to clean off the thermal paste on the CPU, the thermal paste on the heatsink, and the thermal paste on the RF shield. Then we're going to replace the thermal paste with some new, fresh, high-quality thermal paste. I'll have the link to the thermal paste that I use in the description below. Once that's done, congratulations, the hard part is over. Now we're going to just work in reverse. We're going to time lapse this as we always do. But as you're putting it back together, make sure before you put the back plastic plate back on, make sure you throw an SD card in, make sure that's working, the screen and digitizer is good, the cartridge slot is reading games, and boot up a graphically intense game and play for a while till the fan kicks on. If all that stuff checks out, then congratulations, you're good to go. You just fixed your Nintendo Switch, saved yourself some money, and had an amazing time while you did it. And if you did fix your Nintendo Switch, do me a big favor and smash that like button, as well as subscribe with bell notifications turned on for more awesome repair videos just like this.
So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. If this video helped you in repairing your Nintendo Switch, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. But until next time, Luke from 8-Bit Plus signing out, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.